Hey there, and welcome to HisTime365. I'm so glad you're here for day 105 of our 365-day journey through the Bible. Today, we'll look at 1 Chronicles 1 through 4, and I'll walk you through what happens, what it means, and why it matters. I'll share a summary and some insights to help you see the big picture and connect with the heart of the Scripture. During your quiet time, I encourage you to read today's lesson in a Bible translation that speaks to you best. Now, grab a quiet moment, take a deep breath, and let's spend a few minutes giving God His time. Tracing Our Roots. Lessons from 1 Chronicles 1 through 4. Have you ever wondered about your family history? The stories of our ancestors can shape our present and guide our futures. Today, we dive into the first 4 chapters of 1 Chronicles, where we uncover a deep lineage and what it means for us today. The book begins with a detailed genealogy that traces the family lines from Adam through to the Israelites. In these early verses, we see names that echo through the ages, starting with Adam, the first man created by God. His line continues through Seth, and then we meet Noah, who found grace in the eyes of the Lord. From Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, these chapters weave the history of nations and tribes. As we move through this lineage, we notice the connection of families that eventually leads to the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, called the friend of God, is a pivotal figure. His story reminds us of faith and promise. God made a covenant with him that extended to his descendants, ensuring a legacy of blessing. The genealogies remind us that our roots are deep and our identity is intertwined with those who became before us. As we move through this lineage, we notice the historical significance of the 12 tribes of Israel, particularly focusing on the tribe of Judah. Judah's line is essential as it leads us to King David and ultimately to Jesus Christ. The mention of David brings to light the importance of leadership and how one person's faithfulness can impact generations. God's promise to David was that his throne would last forever, emphasizing the long-lasting effects of our choices. In these chapters, we also encounter the tribes of Reuben, Simeon, and Levi. The Levites were set apart for service to God, highlighting the concept of purpose and calling. Each tribe had its unique role, just like families today have their own strengths and weaknesses. For example, in our own families, some may be natural leaders, while others are peacemakers. Recognizing these differences can help us appreciate and work together more effectively. The genealogies continue with the descendants of Judah, including notable figures like David's family. We're reminded that even in a long list of names, each person has a story and contributes to a larger narrative. Reflecting on our own lives, we might consider the importance of knowing where we came from. Many people today take DNA tests to understand their heritage. This inquiry into our roots can provide a sense of belonging and help us understand our identities. And as we reach the end of chapter 4, we come across the story of Jabez, a name that stands out amidst the genealogies. Jabez, a man of honor, cried out to God for blessings and protection. His prayer is a beautiful model for us, as he asked not just for blessings, but for God's hand to be with him. And this is like asking for wisdom in our work, peace in our families, or clarity in our decisions. Consider how this might apply to our lives today. For instance, in our work environments, we can strive to be like Jabez, seeking not only success, but also a meaningful impact on our colleagues and the larger community. In family dynamics, we can encourage open communication and support each other's dreams, ensuring that everyone feels valued. Financially, we can seek God's wisdom in our spending and saving, asking how we can be good stewards of what we have. And in our digital lives, we can take a moment to reflect on how our online presence reflects our values and heritage. In closing, the genealogies of 1 Chronicles remind us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. Just as the families listed in these chapters shape the history of Israel, our families shape our present and future. Embrace your roots and let them guide your journey forward. How does knowing your family history impact your identity today? What role do you think prayer plays in shaping our lives, similar to Jabez's experience? In what ways can we honor the legacy of those who became before us in our daily lives? Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is 1 Chronicles 1 through 4, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into 1 Chronicles 5 through 7, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 106. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.